In 2020, Green Day released their 13th studio album, Father of All Motherfuckers, or just Father of All for short. I won't be discussing why this album was so absolutely terrible because we all know why. It's pretty much a cliche at this point to call Father of All bad. It's pretty much on par with the 1 minute left thing and calling Warning underrated. But one notable thing about Father of All, besides how awful it is, was its life history and that it pretty much didn't have one. If you've done your research, you'd know that Father of All released in February of 2020, right before COVID-19 hit and the entire world shut down. Which also meant the band couldn't tour for their new record, which really hurt it in the long run. But let's be honest, do people really need to hear this album live anyway? Now, I know exactly what you're screaming in your monitor right now. Liam, Hell Omega, it did have a tour! And you're not entirely wrong. The main problem with Hell Omega was it had very little Father of All in it, even though it was meant to be the tour that would follow Father of All. So today, I'm going to create an alternate timeline where COVID didn't happen and Green Day toured for Father of All throughout 2020 and beyond. We'll be mostly discussing the set list and what songs will be a part of it. The venues are pretty hard to figure out. So how are we going to figure out the set list? Well, I'm basically going to mash a bunch of Hell Omega set lists together and throw some more Father of All in there and call it a day. Shall we? So before we can get onto mine, we actually have to look at what live history Father of All actually had. And believe it or not, it actually did, though it is very brief. So far, out of Father of All's 10 tracks, 4 of them have been played live. Father of All has been played 16 times, Fire Ready Aim has been played 2 times, Oh Yeah has been played 4 times, and Graffitia has only been played once. In total, Father of All has appeared live in any capacity just 23 times. That is absolutely pitiful. So what about Hell Omega? Hell Omega was a concert tour Green Day did with Weezer and Fall Out Boy that was originally supposed to happen in 2020 but got delayed to 2021. Thankfully we did eventually get it, but it was a very brief tour with about 30 shows. So the average set list for a Hell Omega show is American Idiot, Holiday, Know Your Enemy, Pollyanna, Boulevard of Broken Dreams, Longview, Welcome to Paradise, Hitchin' a Ride, Rock and Roll All Night, Kiss Cover, Brain Stew, St. Jimmy, When I Come Around, 21 Guns, Minority, Knowledge, Operation Ivy Cover, Basket Case, She, Wake Me Up When September Ends, Still Breathing, Jesus of Suburbia, and Good Riddance Time of Your Life. So, pretty good set list, right? Well, there is one problem. Not a single song from Father of All is played here. Not one. Pretty soon considering this was meant to be the tour following that album, yet it doesn't have a single song from it. So I might as well share my Hell Omega set list. Here is what could have been, had the world not shut down at precisely the exact time they needed to tour for it. Father of All, Know Your Enemy, Fire Ready Aim, Holiday, Boulevard of Broken Dreams, Letter Bomb, Oh Yeah, Basket Case, She, When I Come Around, Longview, Brain Stew, Jaded, Bang Bang, Still Breathing, Encore 1, American Idiot, Jesus of Suburbia, Hitchin' a Ride, Burnout, Graffitia, Encore 2, Ordinary World, and Good Riddance Time of Your Life. I personally say my set list is better because while it gets the job done by including a few Father of All songs, it also has a few other deep cuts and of course the usuals. I'd say it did a pretty good job here, and I'd love to see what other Father of All era set lists you guys can make in the comment section. I'm also hosting a Q&A that will be released later in August, so go ask your questions on the community post here, link in the comment. Also, I have a Discord server now, in case you care enough to join that. Bye! Father of All Motherfuckers is good.